of you that follow us on Facebook and Instagram, you might have noticed that we've been featuring our 24 books of Christmas recently, and those are books that we've really enjoyed throughout the year in the hope that they might give you some ideas. Well, with Christmas quite near now, we thought we might feature some more books that might prove interesting for ideas if you're a bit stuck.
And I've got a great idea how we can do that.
Okay.
What's that?
Right, so I'm going to test you.
Oh gosh.
Oh,
okay.
Oh, okay.
So in this hat, take the hat.
Right.
There's a load of rolled up pieces of paper.
Right.
And your challenge is to go and find the best book on the subject of the paper that you pull out.
Okay. Excellent.
I think that was the label of the hat.
It was the label of the hat.
What have we got? A gift for crime and thriller lovers. Okay, right. So that's going to be over here then, I think. This is a series which I think would be really good. This we found this year. So Leslie McAvoy, The Murder Mile. Leslie's a fantastic writer. She's used to be a forensic pathologist. That's not right, actually. Forensic psychologist. That's what she was.
She's a behavioural analyst, I think.
Yeah, that's probably the American version of it, I'm sure. Anyway, The Murder Mile, fantastic book, really, really gripping. She's written 4 books. This is the first. Really recommend you sit down with this.
Claire's turn.
My turn. Right, okay, we have got a gift for a lover of fiction. Oh gosh, right, okay, over here we go. Okay, I've got 3, and I could have picked loads more because it's really tricky. This one, Brotherless Night, we read as our book club. It won the Women's Prize for Fiction. It's a really well-researched book. And I think anybody that... It's sort of historical, but it's based on truth. So it's a really good read. It's a way of finding out all about the Sri Lankan uprising and the Tamil Tigers. I think everybody pretty much enjoyed.
Yeah, it was good.
It was a really good read. Not an easy read, but a good read. Next, quite topical, Orbital by Samantha Harvey. We were lucky enough to meet Samantha at a publishing event before she'd won the Booker Prize, and before she was actually even nominated for the Booker Prize. This is a great read as well. Super read for a book group, I think. We haven't read it with ours yet, but maybe that's one for the future. About 24 Hours in Space. Really well written, lovely writing, and sort of awe-inspiring, really, and makes you think. Bit of a philosophical one, that one. And this is one that Alan and I both love. The Second Sight of Zachary Cloudsley by Sean Lusk. Sean's a great friend of the shop and came and did our first event with us, I think.
It was first event.
Great historical novel, really well written. Just read it, it's fab. Your turn.
My turn. A gift for history lovers.
Okay, mate. Off
Right, quick run to the back. Okay, so this is the history section from kind of here downwards, bit of politics there.
Oh, wow.
He's got 3 as well.
Not to be outdone.
Not to be outdone, absolutely. I can do this too. So, the first book we've got here is Ben McIntyre. A lot of people will know Ben from the last few years. He's been writing books about the SAS. This one is no different. For those who remember the picture on the front, this was the Iranian embassy back in the 80s when there was a siege and the SAS sort of fast roped down the front of the embassy to rescue the hostages. It was a nice sort of iconic part of of history, and probably the first time the SAS were filmed doing something like that. So that's I think is going to be a brilliant read. Next we've got Unruly by David Mitchell, which is a sort of comedy rant through the period of history from, I suppose, sort of Alfred's time through to sort of the English Civil War. Really, because that was the sort of most interesting time, as David Mitchell would put it. If you like David and his comedy, this is written very much in his style. It's like him talking about it. Really informative, a good read. And similarly, actually, if you're into sort of comedy, Mortal Monarchs, 1,000 Years of Royal Deaths by Susie Edge. Again, this is a book that sort of covers all the sort of weird goings on that led to various monarchs dying over a period of time, which I think is a cracking good read.
And what do you think about those picks, Claire?
Yeah, good picks, I think, and also the fact that these two are in paperback. Unruly was a really good seller for us last year in hardback. So if you wanted to wait until now's your chance to get it in paperback.
Okay, brilliant. Next.
Okay, my turn. A Gift for a Nature Lover.
Right, off you go.
Okay. Okay.
What do you reckon to that, Al?
Well, it's starting to get over the top.
I just picked the whole shop.
A gift.
Okay, here's some great choices. Bob the Robin by Tony Putman, or Putman. I'm not sure how he says his name. Sorry, Tony. This looks like, I haven't read this. This looks like a great read. Robins, I think, are probably the most favourite garden bird in this country. Especially at this time of year, they're sort of known for Christmas, sitting on spades with snow and all that sort of stuff. But they're a great bird. And this book celebrates the robin. Tony has developed, I think, over the years, a relationship with 3 or 4 birds, one particularly through lockdown. And it just tells of his story and his developing relationship with the bird. It's described, this book, as a beautiful love letter to the robin, that spirited bird that brings comfort and joy. Great recommend for Christmas. James Rebank's The Place of Tides. Oh my word, I've just finished reading this, a little while ago. I loved it. It's a book about how James sort of goes to Norway to reconnect with himself, I think. He meets a lady called Anna, who is responsible for... She's responsible for helping the eider ducks on a little island in Norway breed and lay their eggs, and then she harvests their feathers to make eider downs. And James meets her, and then a little while later writes her a letter and says, can he come and work with her? And this is the story of his journey to Norway and what he gets up to there. And it's a beautiful read. A really sort of lost way of life, really, that he reconnects with. And in reconnecting with that, he reconnects with himself. So, lovely book. This one I haven't read, but look at that cover. That's an amazing cover. The Blackbird Song and Other Wonders of Nature by Miles Richardson. It's a bit of a bird-animal theme here, isn't there? So this is a sort of, it describes it as a wonderful rough guide to the planet we live on. Read it and pass it on to someone that you love. It's divided up into, I don't know if you can see, divided up into months. Tells you things to look for. There's little activities to do. It just looks like a really nice book for Christmas. Something that will last through the year, a month at a time. And then Raising Hair by Chloe Dalton. I think we mentioned this before in one of our YouTube videos, but it's a fantastic read. Chloe's experience of raising a hare in lockdown and the experience that she has coexisting with that hare is just awe-inspiring, and this is a lovely book.
And it was one that Alan talked about under the covers, didn't he? So
Yes,
inside
he
the
did.
end paper,
Yes,
if
he
you wanna
did.
show that, is-
There we go. This one hasn't got the lovely sprayed edge, unfortunately, because we've sold out of all of those, but it's a beautiful book and really worth reading.
Next one.
Your turn.
Okay. A little bit of a rummage. Here we go. Not so many at the moment.
the hat, shall I?
Okay, so a gift for a middle grade reader.
Right, where
Okay, come with me down to the back.
just 3 then, Al.
Just three. Really, this one is really 2. Well, I'll tell you a bit about the third. So, okay, so the first one then is Loki, A Bad God's Guide to Making Enemies by Louis Stoll. Loki books are absolutely brilliant. This is a fabulous series. It is, the way it's done is with a series of not just writing, but also then little cartoons and drawings all the way through. And we've got, and what we find out is that Loki, as you can see here, has a score. He's got a magic diary, and he writes into the diary what he's been up to, and the diary then starts telling him what his score is, and he has a virtue score. And it goes up and down depending on whether he's been good or not. So it's a fantastic, it's a good book, it's funny, and it's a great way of showing kids what's good and what's not so good. Now, this is a book that I am really excited to read. I haven't read it yet. It's been a busy year for reading. Skandar and the Skeleton Curse by Annabel Steadman. And this is the 4th book in this series, which Skandar and the Unicorn Thief. Anyone who knows me will know that I really enjoyed this, the first few books of this series. It's absolutely brilliant. It's similar to Harry Potter in terms of it's sort of mystical and magical, but we've got angry, dangerous unicorns, not the little fluffy things, but they fly. They're very strong, very powerful, and they're all very magical. And so this is the 4th story in the series. Really excited about reading this.
So what do you reckon, Claire? Does that count as 2 or 3?
Well, maybe 2, I think. We're going to be fighting over this over Christmas, and I know that Annabelle has just, she's also just released, or she just said that she's got her new one coming out, number 5, the last one, in August next year. So really exciting.
Here we go.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
What have we got next?
Stuck right down the bottom. A picture book gift.
Right, you can't bring back 400 just because you love them so much.
Yeah, this is a good one for
Limit
me.
yourself.
Right, we're going in the back. This is very restrained for me. 2 books, I could have gone with 200, I think. Okay, so a sort of wintry one, The Snow Thief by Alice Hemming and Nicola Slater. These are lovely books. This is the 3rd, I think, in the series. They're really nicely illustrated, really great stories. And at the end, look, there's the other 2. The Leaf Thief, and That's My Flower. So if you like this one, you'll like those as well. And it's about squirrel. And there's always some learning in this book, which is great. So squirrel's wondering why on earth, what all this white stuff is on the ground and why it's so cold. And at the back, there's always a little bit that tells you what's going on and what snow is and how it's made up. So not only do you get a great story, you also get lots to talk about at the end as well with your readers that are just beginning to start reading and enjoy stories together. And then this one, Bothered by Bugs by Emily Gravett. Emily does fantastic illustrations. She's won the Kate Greenaway medal. This is a brilliant book. I have to show you all the end bits. So you get look at all this stuff in here. So again, more learning. So you get a whole raft of little insects that you can look for. Inside the book, you get another book. And if you look, it looks like another book. If you look carefully inside here, you also get some recipes. Way. And if you look carefully at the book that Badger's reading in the story, you get your very own how to cook fruit book, just like Badger. But this is a great story. This is about Badger, who doesn't like bugs very much and decides that he needs to clear the forest of all things bug. But then once he's done it, he realises actually that's not a very good idea and it's a big mistake. And it's about sort of living in harmony with all things in the world. It's a really funny story, loads of detail in the illustrations, there's lots to look at, and this is a real favourite of mine.
Okay, guys, so I've no idea what the score is. I mean, how many books have you each picked?
I think I've won.
Well, yeah, because you didn't follow the rules, but yeah.
Well, I think we need a tie break, so
okay.
There's nothing left in the hat. Is it empty?
No, it's empty. That's it.
Okay,
All
so
done.
I've prepared one for you. A little challenge for the two of you, and there you go.
Thank you.
Right.
A stocking filler. Good challenge.
Good challenge.
So off you both
I know
go.
where I'm heading. Just because you got more doesn't mean you get to win. Quality, not quantity.
I've got 3.
And I've got 2. I feel like I'm losing already now.
First then, what have you got?
Okay, so Alexandra Benedict, The Christmas Jigsaw Murders. This seems to have become a bit of a tradition at Christmas. So this is a book that allows you to enjoy a murder, as it were, in book form, but also do a bit of solving. So if you've got a bit of a sleuth in your house that fancies themselves as the next Agatha Christie or Sherlock Holmes, maybe this might be a good one for them. It's in paperback, $9.99.
And Alan, what's your first one?
So anyone who has known me for a while knows that I'm a bit of a fan of P.G. Wodehouse, Jeeves and Wooster. And so this is a fabulous little book. I'm just going to put that one down there for a second so I can show you. And basically it's a whole series of little quotes that Jeeves makes across the various books that P.G. Wodehouse wrote on a number of different subjects. I just love the way that I just kind of love that sense of humour, and I love the way that Jeeves just kind of knows everything.
I think you should pick one at random and do it in your best Jeeves voice.
Oh, good.
Love it.
Right. Okay, so Jeeves addressing Lady Malvern with Bertie in attendance. I don't know how I'm going to do Jeeves. Bertie, yes.
Sorry,
Jeeves,
Stephen Fry.
This is going to be horrific. Surely, your ladyship, said Jeeves, it is more reasonable to suppose that a gentleman of his lordship's character went to prison of his own volition than that he committed some breach of the law which necessitated his arrest.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I don't think Stephen Fry's got anything to worry about.
I don't think he has really, no. Right, is it your turn for the next one?
My turn. Okay. This one. I know lots of people have traditions at Christmas where they read the same books and they like to return to favourites, particularly maybe on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. This is A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. Just really to show you that it's a new series of books of the classics by Wordsworth Editions. They're all hardbacks. Some of them have got pictures in, as you can see. But they're great because they're all about $8.99, so a really good price point. Good idea. We're gonna.
Okay, Alf, your last one then.
Okay, so The Little Book for Wild Swimmers. It's just a nice little book. It's relatively inexpensive, $8.99. It's got loads of info for people who are interested in starting wild swimming. I know it's become a popular thing. There's stuff in here about the Wim Hof method and how to cope with the cold water. Swim like Lord Byron. I'm not sure how Lord Byron swims, but read the book, you find out. And yeah, I just thought this is a little bit of fun for people who fancy trying something new in the new year.
All right then. So Claire's got one more.
One more. Okay. This is this is a bit of a quirky, fun book. Your Guide to Not Getting Murdered in a Quaint English Village by Maureen Johnson and Jay Cooper. It's a sort of light-hearted, what do you say? A light-hearted look, nod, if you like, to crime fiction. It's really nicely illustrated. There's various people that you need to avoid, really, if you go to a village. What's that village where everybody gets murdered? Midsummer.
Midsummer Murders.
Yeah, so it's what to do, who to avoid, where to avoid if you visit a thing. You don't want to end up sort of in a vat of hot soup or something. Really, quite fun. It is $11.99. No, $14.99. Need some new glasses for Christmas.
Yeah.
There you
All
go.
right, then, so I've lost count. Who's won?
I don't know.
I don't.
Me,
I've won.
definitely
I
me.
think I've won. Merry Christmas.
Look at Alan in his hat. Hope your Christmas is filled with lots of books, and I hope you have a wonderful time with your families. And we'll see you in the new year.
Take care.
Bye.